Hi, you guys. Happy Sunday. Look, I'm happy. Like, there's people here. I know the game is on. Like, I know the game is on. I'm not oblivious to that. Okay, the lights are working. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, you guys. You know, I gotta ask, can you hear me? Can you see me? Everything working and functioning properly? I saw a little thumbs up. You can hear me? You can see me? Loud and clear. Because, you know, I have to make sure, right? If you come early, you got to tell me if you can hear me and see me. Hi, Equila. Did I say that correctly? Did I say it? Equila. Hi, welcome, 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 everybody. I'll wait for people to get on. Welcome. We will get started. Equila, you can hear me and see me clearly. I'm not like all glitchy or anything. Welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. I know football is on. I get it. I get it. If you're watching the replay, thank you for watching the replay. Let me say that. If you are live, absolutely. Thank you for being live. Thanks, Chase. You know, I want to know where everybody's from. Danita, I know where you're from. Tennessee. Tell me where you're from. I'm going to jump in and get started. Look, my little light went out. Well, one of my lights went out. It's okay. Tell me where you're from. You know, I like to know where you're from. Just so I can know where you're from. And then we'll start. You guys, I got a little raggedy, like, I got like 2 ring lights set up here. Memphis, yes. It's always good when people are like from Memphis. We might just have to deal with only 1 ring light. Usually I have 2. The boss and boss lady of pre-foreclosures are always here. Yes, and you're in Florida. My dream state. Okay, look, there it is. It's working a little better, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Charlotte, okay, Charlotte, North Carolina. What y'all got going on in Charlotte? I feel like you were on some list, Charlotte. Florida, okay. We always have a ton of Florida people. I love that. I say that's like a sign from God that I'm going to get my beach house in Florida. Because y'all are always here, you know? So, welcome, welcome. Let's jump in. It is 8:01, you guys. And I know on the East Coast it's 9 o'clock. And y'all might be trying to flip back and forth and watch the game and watch me. I get it. So, let's jump in. They have a lot going on in Charlotte. I knew something was going on in Charlotte. I need to look up these numbers and see. Okay, you guys. So, I'm Ashley Pickens. I am here in Memphis, Tennessee, you guys. I have been licensed, you guys, since 2006. So this will be my 18th year. My 18th year, right? 2006. 18th year in real estate. I've been a real estate agent, a real estate broker over a firm, and I am an auctioneer, you guys. I'm going to comment back on everything. And I've been an auctioneer. I'm an auctioneer. That's why most of you are here, because you've seen me do videos and talk about auctions. I am the one that says going once, going twice, sold. I'm at the courthouse here in Shelby County, which is Memphis. Also in parts of Mississippi, and every once in a while I might be in Nashville. And I'm always like in little rural, that's so country, rural counties like in Tennessee, Mississippi, and all that kind of stuff. So that is what I do. I auction off foreclosures for the bank. That is what I do. So I try to share that. Yes. I try to share that with you, everything I know about it, what I see, what's going on, because there's just not a lot of information about auctions, right? So that's why I'm like your auction mama. I'm your auction mama, okay? So tonight I'm going to answer a couple of questions that I get. Not a couple. I'm just going to answer some questions because I get so many questions. So many questions. So I'm going to answer some of the most popular questions that I get. And if you have questions, absolutely jump in. You know what I mean? I try to answer the questions in the chat, and I'll try to answer questions that I have. I get so distracted by the chat sometimes, so just forgive me. Or y'all just have to remember what I say. So when I forget, y'all just remind me, and then I can pick up, okay? So, yes, my beach house for $13.19, right? When I send that offer over, they're going to be like, are you missing a 0, ma'am? Did you mean 13? Are you missing 2 zeros? I'm going to be like, Yeah, you're right. It's not $13, $10.19. Right? They're gonna be like, spam, blocked, disregard her. But you never know. Go to the auction. You're going to your first auction. Yes, you know, everybody knows what I say about that, you guys. Go to the auction. They are absolutely free. You guys, I'm at the courthouse. Like, courthouse steps. You know, when you hear, I'm so country. When you hear that, you know, when people are like, I know they auction off properties at the courthouse steps, or they, you know, that's like that. It's not a myth, but that's mostly all what people know. If you talk about auction properties, literally, you guys, I was eating lunch yesterday, sitting next to a guy, really one of my clients, like, we always go to the same restaurant, sitting next to me, and he's like, so auctions. I was like, he's like, what do you do? And I'm like, I teach people about auctions, auctioning off foreclosures. And he was like, literally, he said, the only thing I know about auctions is I think they auction them off at the courthouse. I was like, that's what everybody has heard in your life somewhere. They auction off properties at the courthouse, but nobody knows like what time, what properties, what courthouse. Nobody knows that, right? It's just, I heard they auction off properties. So that's why I'm here, right? I got to tell you where to find stuff and how it works and all that kind of stuff, right? So it was just funny that he literally said that. He was like, I just heard that they auction off properties at the courthouse. I'm like, you and everybody else, right? So yes, go to the auction, you guys. Go to the auction. It's free. It's absolutely free. You don't have to pay to register. I mean, it's not free if you bid on a house. Y'all know what I'm saying? But it's free to go, right? It's free to walk up there. You know, at the auction for me, I was trying to see if I had my sign-in sheet. I don't think I even have one sitting here. I was going to show you the sign-in sheet. But what I'm saying is, like, you don't got to bid when you go, right? You just go, see how many people are going to be there, how quickly it gets bid up, find out where it is. You know what I mean? Just go. And, you know, sometimes that'll, like, motivate you when you're out there. And another place, you guys, y'all always ask me, like, where do I find buyers? Where's a good place for buyers? The auction. Go to the auction. Somebody, I don't know if she's on here, she commented and said that she went to the auction last week. And she networked and met some people and, you know, put it out there that you have properties. You know what I mean? It's a good place to meet people. Buyers. I'm telling you. Go. Can I get information for Memphis and Dallas? So if you were to look for auctions, right? That's the other. Like, I want to answer all your burning desire questions tonight. So that question basically is, where do you find information for Memphis and Dallas, right? So Dallas, Texas, y'all have one big auction. I think it's with Georgia, right? That first Tuesday of the month. The first Tuesday of the month is Georgia and Texas. Texas has all theirs on one day too, right? So I would honestly say the easiest place to find auction properties, and y'all are gonna be like, Ashley, what? Y'all go on auction.com. Go on auction.com and just put in like your county, right? Put in, you can filter it. Auction.com, it's like another Zillow, right? For auction and foreclosure and bank-owned properties. Go on auction.com, put in your county, right? Or put in where you want to buy. Let's do that. Put in the county of where you want to buy and filter it, and the auctions will pop up. Now, look, I always say this, look where it says the location is, right? And the location will either be like at the courthouse or it'll be at wherever auction.com has theirs. If it's at the courthouse, it's usually like a trustee sale. So the sales that I do trustee sales, okay? And they post them on auction.com, right? All my sales are always on auction.com. And it'll just say whether it's at the courthouse or whether it's at like a conference room in a hotel. So go, even if you don't see anything you want to bid on, right? Just go and get more information and find out, you know what I mean? Just go. Just go. Okay? New York City, I see you. Welcome, New York. Welcome. Every time a city comes out, I'm like, what's going on in that city with foreclosures? New York, y'all just have so much. You just got so much, New York. And Memphis, Yes, or online. Memphis, we auction on usually Thursdays and Fridays. Usually Fridays, honestly, is when Shelby County auctions at the courthouse or auction.com. Welcome, Little Rock. Y'all got some nice houses in Little Rock. Look at me. That's why I get so distracted. Y'all got nice houses in Little Rock. Who would think that, right? Well, you know, when you think of like Arkansas and Tennessee and Alabama, Little Rock's got some nice houses, right? I follow somebody, some builder out of Little Rock, and I'm like, okay, Arkansas. But anyway, Shelby County here, we auction on Fridays. Miami, what is it, like 89 degrees in Miami right now? We auction on Fridays. Nashville, what is Nashville? Is Nashville Tuesday or Thursdays? Mississippi here is Thursdays. Shelby County is Fridays. Go on auction.com. Go on auction.com. Go on, look, y'all, I got a fresh paper. You can look in the newspaper. You know, that's the other myth that goes around. If you come on my live, y'all gonna be like, Ashley say the same thing every week. But I got a new newspaper, right? You can look in the paper and you're looking for like the substitute trustee notice. You're looking for the public notice. That is what you're looking for in the paper, right? Nashville, Tennessee market still strong. Where is buy one? You lit life so hard. You like me looking for my $25.17 property. Buy one, get one free. I'm with you. I'm with you. Maybe you will luck up on a property that's got a property in the back. There you go. I'm going to speak that all into your life. You will find a property that's got a property in the back, right? That you could house hack or rent it out. Because that's all I foresee happening. You never know. It could happen. Like I can get my property for $29.17. I was going to see if I can find, you guys, the public notice here. Again, this is Memphis. So in Memphis, it's the Memphis Daily News. In Nashville, it's the Tennessee Ledger, right? Some places you got to pay for it. I always say Memphis don't care about our business. Like this, somebody they in court for they're trying to get child restraints. Look, they put all our business out in Memphis. But anyway, I was trying to find out an example. Okay, here's some, you guys. Here you go. Look at me. Here's some. Y'all probably won't be able to see this, but this says like, y'all see that says foreclosure notice? Foreclosure notices. It'll have trustee sales. Trustee sales, that can also be like foreclosure. So you can look in a smaller paper. You can also Google, because it is like 2024, right? You can also Google, put in whatever county you live in. I live in Shelby County. You could put in Shelby County public notices. Boom. Okay. Do that. That might pull up that way. You can find the public notices. You can go to auction.com. What other way? Just go to an auction, right? Go to an auction. Maybe you can make friends with the auctioneer. Boom. Make friends with the auctioneer. Because all my bidders text me every Friday and are like, what's on the list for today? So do that, you guys. I think I follow the same builder. He's building some, yes, in Little Rock, Nashville, Tennessee market. I reread your message. Yes. Look, you know I'm reading. Y'all know I get distracted so easily. Chattanooga. What y'all got going on in Chattanooga? You know, I got to follow what's going on in the whole Tennessee from middle. If you're in Tennessee, okay, look, you guys. If you're in like the, what do you call it? The southeast region of the country. So Tennessee, Arkansas, Alabama, Mississippi, maybe Florida. I'm sorry, New York. I'm sorry. That Chicago, no, they do post Pennsylvania. WilliamsAuction.com. WilliamsAuction.com. Somebody type that in the thing so y'all remember. WilliamsAuction.com. They have a lot of auctions too. I'm contracted through them too. WilliamsAuction.com. They post a lot of auctions. I saw Chicago, Pennsylvania, lots of Tennessee, lots of Chattanooga. Birmingham, all of that. WilliamsAuction.com. Go check that site out for auctions. Boom, don't say I didn't ever tell y'all nothing. I started doing real estate on a bicycle back in the 90s. I do only pre-foreclosures. I like buying them before they go to auction. I would love to talk with you. Okay, look, let's do it. We can absolutely talk. Absolutely. And that's something else I wanted to talk about on this live. I did a video trying to explain, because I think a lot of people don't understand how the process works. Like, if they're in foreclosure, do I need to talk to the bank? A lot of people reach out to me. Thank you, Black Butterfly. A lot of people reach out to me like, can I talk to the attorney, right? If a property is up for auction, the first thing they want to do is go talk to the attorney, right? And I have to tell everybody, and I'm going to explain it to you all, you guys. When a house, I'm going to explain the process quick, easy, and simple, okay? So, homeowner gets behind on their mortgage 3 months. That's usually how it works, right? That is not how it has worked the last 4 years, okay? The last 4 years, we have not been foreclosing on people because of COVID, moratoriums, extensions, assistance. We have not been foreclosing on people in the last 4 years. But typically, if a homeowner gets behind on their mortgage 3 months, right? Once they start getting behind, they're basically in pre-foreclosure, right? They're behind, pre-foreclosure. When the bank files the notice, you guys, hold on. The notice. I'm doing this for visuals so y'all can see, because I know some people visual. When they file the notice, you guys, it's usually 30 days before the auction. The notice says you either need to catch up your full balance, catch up your past due balance, or your house is going up for auction in 30 days. They file that in the paper, okay? It lets the public know this property is going up for auction. I was going to try to read one, but I'm not going to read one. My voice is already kind of leaving. So, once the notice is filed, now that property is in foreclosure, okay? You behind on payments, pre-foreclosure, they file the notice, you're in foreclosure, okay? And you have an auction set. I tell everybody, and that's people who are like, the auction is set. Do I need to talk to the attorney? You guys, the homeowner still owns that property all the way up until auction. So before the auction, if you want that property, you have to talk to the homeowner, okay? If you call the attorney is probably going to say, hey, you need to reach out to that homeowner because they still own that property, okay? So if you are trying to talk to people in pre-foreclosure, you got to talk to the homeowner. And then they would sell it, right? Because they can do anything they want with that property all the way up until the auction. Everybody with me on that? They can sell it. They can get a modification. They can go into forbearance. They can file bankruptcy because they still own that property, okay? And they can do, you can stop an auction, okay? If they decide to sell it, that will stop an auction, right? If they file bankruptcy, that will stop an auction. So, from any time before the auction, you have to deal with the homeowner. After the property goes to auction, after I say going once, going twice, sold, right? Then it goes back to the bank, right? Or a bidder buys it, like somebody bidding buys it. Somebody bidding buys it. It's like a tongue twister. But anyway, it goes to the highest bidder or it reverts back to the bank. So boom, at that point, after the auction, now you got to deal with the bank, right? And that's an REO property. That's a bank-owned property, okay? So before the auction, you deal with the homeowner. After the auction, REO, you deal with the bank, okay? Everybody clear on that, okay? So, REO properties, I've said this a million times. The websites, HUDhomestore.gov, homepath.com, homesteps.com. I got a free bundle of websites, you guys. I think everybody has downloaded it at this point. But if you have not, look down in the description. It's absolutely free. I give you the websites, commercial, residential, land, and REO properties. So, boom. Okay, I cleared that up. Everybody with me? If you got a question, tell me the question. If not, I'm going to keep talking. So, another question that I just got. I think my paper is kind of dusty. Like, I feel like I'm about to sneeze, you guys. It is from like 2020. This paper is from September 18th, 2020. That's how old this paper is. So I think with some dust on it. But anyway, that's not the point. I will survive. Okay, so I got another question about, can I wholesale auction properties? That was the question, okay? So, I reached out, can I wholesale auction properties? I get that question a lot. At the auction, right? Because I understood what he was saying, but I just wanted to be for clarification. At the auction, you guys, I take cash only at the auction in that moment, right? As soon as I say going once, going twice, sold, I need all your money, right? In full, right? I don't take, people ask this too, like, will you take pre-approvals, or if I have proof of 401k? I don't take any proof of funds, right? I take the funds. That's what I take. So you got to have the entire amount right then and there at the auction. With me, trustee sales, okay? So at the auction, if we're talking about the typical way you wholesale, right, which is really, you don't put any money up, you got a seller and a back-end buyer, and you take a fee, but you don't really put up any money when we talk about wholesaling, right? So at the auction, you can't do that, right? Unless you got some cash that you can pay right then and there, right? So the only people who can really come to the auction, my auction, there are some auctions where you can put out a deposit, you can do boop, boop. Me, trustee sales at the courthouse, I need all your cash right then and there. So, no, you can't wholesale with me at the auction. Can you wholesale before the property goes up for auction? Yes. 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 Yes, you can. Because why? The homeowner still owns it. If you can talk to that homeowner before the property goes up for auction and get them under contract, boom, boom, yes, you can wholesale it. So I just want to make sure everybody's clear on that. If you can talk to the homeowner, you can wholesale it. Me, at the auction, no. No. Okay, let me check. Was that an auction and saw the bank bid over someone's bid? Is that something you see a bid when you can auction? So, me, trustee sales, I do what you call absolute auctions. Absolute. Whatever the opening bid is, anything over the opening bid gets that property, okay? When it's a bank kind of bidding back and forth, that means it's like a reserve that they're trying to hit in order to sell that property. So listen class, the difference between an absolute auction and a reserve auction. And if you're on auction.com, 10x.com, all of them, sometimes it'll say like reserve not met, right? And you're like, well, dog, why wasn't the reserve the opening bid, right? Stop playing with us, right? So me at the courthouse, if the opening bid is $10,000, you can bid $10,001 and boom, that's it, right? You could sold, okay? Absolute. Whoever the highest bidder is gets it. Reserve auction, auction.com does that a lot of times. I've been to their auction and it'll be like a guy on the phone, or it'll be a guy sitting at a computer and they'll be like, the bank will bid, right? So they're trying to get to a certain point. That's what a reserve auction is. You've got to get to a certain point in order for the property to sell, okay? And the opening bid is just a starting point, which doesn't make sense. But you know, what do I know? It probably makes sense to somebody. Don't make sense to me. So, boom. But yes, I've seen that happen. Not with me. Like as soon as the opening bid, you can bid over $1 over and you get it. And that's it. Okay. How much should one be worried about the economy and foreclosure markets being significantly affected because it's an election year? I think the election year is going to play a huge part in foreclosures, right? Because like I've always said, you guys, we've got like at least 5 million people behind on their mortgage right now, right? And so with it being an election year, nobody wants to be the one putting people out of their house, right? Like nobody wants that on their record. So like with the VA loans, right? Once they figured out it was a lot of veterans behind on their mortgage, they hurried up and put that extension on there. You can't foreclose on veterans until May, right? Until June is their foreclosure moratorium. I predict that they will do the same for FHA and all these government-backed mortgages. We'll see, right? And but again, nobody wants that on their record, right? So it's coming, but you just don't know when it's coming, right? And we'll see. We'll see what happens. That just gives you more time to prepare, to get ready, to make sure you know how auctions work. Make sure you know how foreclosures work. If you want to talk to the homeowner before it, look, it's just buying you some more time, you guys. It's buying you some more time. So election year, that's going to play a big role on, I think, every single thing, right? If we get more assistance, because they might start passing out stimulus again, or they might start passing out more assistance again. So you don't know. I know they're in talks about some other kind of modification or some assistance for people in foreclosure. So we'll see, because they already have the auctions. I saw the auctions on one of the attorney site for May for Georgia. Like they already got May auctions scheduled, but it's because Georgia only has like auctions first Tuesday. But it's a whole bunch of people already like in pre-foreclosure or foreclosure, basically. And I'll say that everybody that I've seen in foreclosure, when I look at their past due amount, it's like 2 years, at least 2 years. Like people are behind. I posted this in my stories on Instagram. Like everybody's behind like $38,000. Some people are behind like $65,000. Yeah, that's like 2 years. That's 3 years, right? Like nobody's behind 3 months. They're behind years and years, honestly. So we'll see. Thank you, Reserve Absolute. I agree. It doesn't make sense. Yep. 2008 market is coming back or no. You know, I can't say 2008, and I was licensed in 2008, right? I've been licensed since 2006. All I'm gonna say is foreclosures are coming. I will say that. And I think it's just for a lot of reasons. You know, everybody's like, it's not 2008. And I'm like, you're right. It's 2024, right? We've never had where the market has, let me not say crashed, or the market has down. It's never the same reasons why the market crashes, right? We had the .com crash. Then we had the financial crash, right? It's never the same reason. But all I will say is the atmosphere is definitely conducive for the distressed market. And I'm not going to say crash, right? I'm not saying the whole market is going to crash. I'm not saying that. I'm saying we got a whole bunch of, we have at least, HUD says we have at least 5 million people behind on their mortgage for January. February numbers, of course, have not come out. HUD is saying at least 5 million. I believe that number is definitely closer to, I'm going to say between like 8 to 10 million. I think that's where we are closer to. And I think it's only going to get worse when these job layoffs start coming, right? And I feel like these job layoffs are about to start coming, right? We're seeing that. It's a slow trickle. Y'all check out dailyjobcuts.com. Check out Warn Tracker, WARN Tracker, warntracker.com. They track layoffs. They've been tracking it for years. I think that's going to play a big role when people start losing jobs. I mean, if you lose your job, there goes your whole income. And even though the news is like, the job market is so strong, unemployment is down, but Y'all know how I feel about that. Y'all know how I feel about that. You know, you can't get rid of full-time jobs and then create 2 part-time jobs, right? And then be like, the job market is strong. Like, everybody working like 3 jobs, right? Like, people are struggling for sure, for sure. Whether or not they say that, people are for sure struggling. And I can see it looking at the foreclosure list, right? I remember the list used to be kind of short, but since 2024, y'all, the list is so long. The list is long, right? And it's not just hood properties, right? I mean, we've got auctions this week, Orange County, Laguna Hills, you know what I mean? Tons of LA properties. I mean, like, it's a house on the foreclosure list, and it's on the market right now for like $24 million in Los Angeles. It's some big houses up for foreclosure right now. So, I mean, if you get behind on like your mortgage, and your mortgage is like $20,000, like, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? So, hey everybody. I see the comments coming in. Yes, the layoffs are coming. It's just, like I said, it's definitely conducive. Like, you know, when it's a storm coming, they're like, the atmosphere is conducive for like a hurricane. It's definitely conducive for something to happen. We've got millions of people behind on their mortgage, right? Interest rates are still high. Buyers have like pulled back. Houses are sitting on the market. And you know, when houses sit on the market, home values start, because, you know, they start getting nervous and they start taking lower than what the property is worth. That means home prices are starting to come down. Y'all know I'm working on a deal right now. Y'all know this. They reached out to me walking away from their house. They just bought January 2023. If y'all follow me, I posted this. January 2023, you guys. They just bought. They're in foreclosure. I stopped the auction, right? They bought for $218, and then they got down payment assistance for $10,000. Their payoff is $230,000. Nothing in their neighborhood is selling for $230,000. So I offered the bank $185,000, and the bank accepted $185,000, and the payoff is $230,000. So I think we might start seeing some short sales, right? So, I mean, if you know how to do short sales, because these home values are going to start coming down, right? Jerome said that there probably will not be a rate decrease in March. So that means buyers probably not going to come back out here. If you got to sell, you know, that's the only thing. Like, if you have to sell quickly, I just hate when people wait, right? Like, when you get behind and you just wait. But I get it, because you're like, where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? But if you're behind on your mortgage, right? Like, but now it's not so easy to sell, though. But I guess you could sell. The only thing is, look, my mind goes like to 100 million different places, right? When you're motivated or desperate to sell, a lot of people will take less than market value, right? If I'm in foreclosure, I'm about to lose my house. Look, I'm gonna sell it, right? Maybe I can't get top dollar. I'm not even looking for top dollar, because I'm just trying to sell my house and get off of it before I go into foreclosure. So I always say this: the good thing about real estate is your home value depends on the homes around you. The bad thing about real estate is your home value depends on the homes around you, right? So if you just bought, for example, $400,000, and then Jack and Jill in a bind because Jack done lost his job, and he like, look, we gonna take $380 for it. We got to get off this house, right? And then Bert and Ernie, they want to sell, and they like, look, Jack and Jill sold for $380. We need to go and sell for $375. And you bought for $400. You're not worth $400 anymore. You know what I mean? It depends on these home values around you. So that's why, I mean, and now houses are sitting, you know what I mean? And the longer you sit, the more those prices come down. I think everybody's seen price reductions where they are. Builders are doing price reductions. builders are renting here. Like I see a builder who has like overbuilt and now he's renting out all his properties, right? Because they got to do something. They paying interest on those loans. And y'all remember back in 2008, right? A whole bunch of builders filed bankruptcy back in 2008. So y'all are talking, and I'm sorry, because y'all know I can just talk. I can talk, right? I can talk you up under a tree. So okay, y'all, my voice is about to leave a little bit. So short sales, blah, 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 blah. I'm not saying blah, blah, blah to y'all. I'm trying to get to the last question. Thank you. I'm glad you love my course. She's talking about my auction accelerator course. Let's just throw that in there real quick. If you're going to the auction and you have no idea how it works, grab the course. The link is down below. It's my baby. I poured my whole brain into that course, right? Everything, property trackers, how to bid, how to do a title search, all of it. All of it. Use code thank you. Okay, so let me check. Okay. How much should I bring minimum cash or traveler's check to the auction when bidding on a house or homes valued at $300,000? Okay, look, so here's my secret. I think you guys, we probably got a troll in here. I keep seeing that some messages being blocked. So if I see it, I'll block them. But anyway, it's catching it. But anyway, okay, let me answer that question. How much money do you bring to an auction if the property is valued at $300,000? Here's my trick on kind of finding what the opening bid might be. Go back and do some research and see when that house was bought and sold, right? If you're an agent, you can look on the MLS. If you are not an agent, look on Zillow, look on Realtor, look on your county records and deeds if you need to, right? And look and see when that property was sold last, because the opening bid, you guys, is the loan amount, right? Whatever's left on the loan. So if they just bought the property last year, right, for $300,000, they owe the whole loan. Opening bid's gonna be like $300,000. But if they bought the house 20 years ago for $300,000, that opening bid should be like $150,000 or lower, $100,000, right? Depending on how much they paid it off. So that is kind of what I look at. A lot of times I look and be like, okay, they've had it for 20 years, they've had it for 10 years, or they just bought it last week and it's gonna be that whole loan. So that can kind of give you an idea. Now, if you know how to do the math to calculate how to do the amortization schedule, you can do that and see when they bought it and all that kind of thing. But who knows how to do the math? ChatGPT knows how to do that math. That's who knows how to do the math. And I have done that plenty of times. You guys, I will let you in on that secret. Clearly, it's not a secret. But when homeowners call me, right, and I'm trying to figure out what their payoff is, I will go and look and see how much they paid for that property, right? And I will put in ChatGPT, I will say, what is the payoff? What do you think the payoff is on a property that was bought in 2000? The loan amount was $300,000. We're going to guess the interest rate. You can say like 5% interest rate. 300,000, 5%, could have been a 97% loan. You know what I'm saying? Give it, you can make up some stuff. And I promise you, I have asked ChatGPT at least 4 times. And she, her, it was off by like $10,000. It's usually, you just give or take $10,000, it'll put you right there. And that'll give you an idea, especially if you're trying to get in touch with the homeowner before, you can kind of figure out what that payoff might be. And if you're going to the auction, that might help you figure out what that opening bid might be. Hope that helps. But that's what I always do. I try to see when they bought it and see what that loan balance might be. Hope that helps. Okay. Layoffs. Yep, you saw it in my stories. So yeah, so we're in the process of short selling. We're supposed to close on Friday. Yeah, payoff was $230. Y'all saw I put that. Like, I was literally talking to the bank 30 minutes before the auction. And y'all know I offered him $140 because I wanted $140 for the house, right? Because I know my investors will pay 70% of after repair value, right? So I was like, if I can get it for $140, I can put an investor. But of course he was like, that's too low. and he's driving to the courthouse to auction off the property. So I was just like, okay, 185. And he was like, send me a contract in 40 minutes. Y'all, was at the gym. I had to rush home and try to type up a contract for 185 and sent it over, and he postponed that auction. I posted that in my stories. It was literally like 9:53, and he was like, okay, auction has been postponed. I was like, boom, boom. A contract will postpone an auction. If you did not know that, I just gave y'all a secret. Clearly it's not a secret, but if you didn't know, I just got an alert about the Super Bowl. Not that I'm watching, but it just popped up. If you get an auction, if you can get that homeowner to sell to you, and a contract will stop the auction. Boom, just in case y'all didn't know that. Short sales. There is nothing short about a short sale. Let me say that first of all, right? Nothing short about it. It's paperwork. It's all that. But, you guys, hold on. Let me take a sip of my drink because my voice is about to leave. Okay, so it's water. It's water. Short sale might be like a niche that you can break into with this upcoming market. You know what I mean? If you can't get, it's a lot of properties. Look, my mind goes everywhere. There's a lot of properties up for auction right now that are not selling because they just bought them last year or they just bought them post-COVID. So they owe that whole loan, right? That does not work for anybody. So, I mean, they're going to end up being REO properties. And I'll tell you, the bank does not want these properties. The bank don't want the properties, right? So, short sale could be an option, you guys, for foreclosures. You know, so you can get it at a discounted price, right? You can get it. I mean, the $230 was the payoff and they accepted $185 for it. Short sale might be a way to go, but it's a process. It definitely is a process. They have to fill out paperwork, say what their hardship was. I don't know if they're going to be more lenient if a whole bunch of foreclosures end up coming, and maybe they won't make the process so difficult. But short sale could be an option, is what I'm saying. But it is a process, and nothing short about it. Okay, short sale. How do you do a short sale? Like I said, it's paperwork involved. You let the bank know that you want to initiate a short sale, and they'll send you paperwork. Or if you have paperwork, if you're a real estate agent and you have that paperwork, then boom. But you just let the bank know you want to initiate a short sale, and they'll ask you for, like, what was the hardship? They might want to see proof of a hardship, stuff like that. But it's still, I mean, it's worth a lot of people got rich off of short sales back in 2008. If you specialize in short sales, people got rich off of short sales because, you know, everybody was underwater back in 2008. So all I'm saying, it wouldn't hurt to be, you know, to know how to do short sales. That's all I'm saying. You know, somebody who purchased a short sale. I mean, they're just a long process, but you can still get a really good deal on short sales. Like I said, 50,000 under. Payoff was 230. I said 185, even though I probably should have said 170. I probably should have said 170. Right. But I was trying to get him to stop the auction. So it might be a good route. You know what I mean? Okay. Thank you, Peter, for the Super Bowl score. This is awesome. You're welcome. You're welcome, you guys. I hope y'all are learning. I'm trying to get through some questions, but you know, it takes me like 30 minutes to answer one question. Because I'm so long-winded. So I have an investor who does REO properties. What's the best way to find bank-owned properties and how to know it's a deal in REO agents? So again, I made a list, a bundle with REO websites up under it. So, but if you're watching, HUDhomestore.gov. Again, for everybody who forgot, REO properties are properties that don't sell at the auction. If I can't sell it, if that opening bid is too high, if they just bought it last week and now they're in foreclosure, that opening bid is going to be too high. So nobody's going to pick it up at the auction, okay? So HUDhomestore.gov. homepath.com, homesteps.com. Keep in mind the list is down below, but I'm just telling y'all. Truist, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo have their own REO websites, right? That's why I say go familiarize yourself with the websites and bookmark them. There might not be any REOs right now, but they're coming. I know they're coming because my properties don't sell at the auction. The opening bid is too high. I know they're coming. So, and if I can't sell, they're going back to the bank. So, boom. Truist, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, they have their own REO sites. So go familiarize yourself with them, right? See how it works, how you submit an offer, what you got to do. If you're a real estate agent, go see if you can be an REO agent, right? You know, I talked about this on the last live. Like, what site was it? Might be Bank of America. I don't know. They have like a vendor site. I was telling you, I was talking to an attorney, and she was saying, like, when these foreclosures come, so y'all know I'm contracted through attorneys. That's how I auction. So, she was saying in a text message, she was like, we need to get a truck and some guys, and we can start doing set out. Like, we need a set out crew, right? For when foreclosures come. And I'm like, that's not a bad idea, but I don't want to set nobody out. But, you know, that was just an idea of what will be needed when foreclosures come, right? And there's like a vendor website. I gotta find it, you guys. I saw it on, you know, I just be clicking through and clicking on stuff, and it was like vendor REO, but I don't know what site it was on. But there will be jobs that are needed, and she was like a set out crew, which does not seem fun at all. But set out, cleaning crews, landscaping crews, you know what I mean? Like, those will be needed when the foreclosures come. So get on that list and, you know, be legit and professional. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Don't use Cash App. Don't use Cash App as payment. So be legit as the bank. You know what I mean? Okay. I just get all the way off. You're welcome. Okay. Auction. Yes. Use code thank you for the auction accelerator. If you're going to the auction and you've never been, don't bid unless you know what you're doing, right? And that's why I made the course, like, to teach you how to find the properties, analyze them, do a title search. I give you like a property tracker. I give you a highest bid calculator. You can put in your numbers, and then it'll calculate how much you should spend at the auction, all that, how to calculate repairs, boom. Because you know y'all can't see the inside of these properties. At the auction, you can't see the inside of the property. Boom. That was one of the questions I was going to answer, but clearly I have gotten off of the questions. Okay. I bet it was 80 today, my dog Rex. I bet it was 80 today in Florida. I bet it was. I'm very jealous, but that's okay. I'm coming. Don't worry. Don't worry. I have a guy in my mentorship, right? And he's Julian. He's great. Danita's great too. Danita's out of Tennessee. She's great too. Danita's in the mentorship. I didn't want to talk about Julian and the Danitos right here. Out of Miami, Florida. You know, I'm always like, look, find my beach house, Julian. And we pulled some zip code in Miami. It was like 333. I can't. It was like 500 foreclosures in that one zip code. But he was saying it was a large zip code. But I was like, golly. I think it said, when we pulled it, it was like 531 foreclosures in that zip code. I was like, God. You know, but the news don't talk about that. The news don't talk about that. But anyway, county records, yep, got it. ChatGPT is doing it. I know, y'all. PropStream. PropStream is good. PropStream and Propwire. If you like PropStream, you like Propwire. Propwire is free. Propwire.com. It's free. Same thing as PropStream. It's just free. PropStream is not free. Propwire.com is free. Don't say I didn't put you on. And Propwire, well, PropStream does it too. Will pull like the owner information, how many mortgages are on it, all that. Try them out. If you're not trying to spend any coins, go to Propwire.com. I'm actually on pre-foreclosure auction, and you cannot do a wholesale auction. Nope, you cannot wholesale at the auction. Not with me. Yep, we moving with intention. Look, clearly I'm catching up on your comments, you guys. I'm becoming an agent for Texas, thinking about specializing. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to real estate, people are always like, Ashley, should I just do this? I'm like, I think with real estate, not with everything, but with real estate, if there are things that you can specialize in or carve out a niche, do it, right? You know what I mean? Oh, somebody was saying that they were in real estate and they worked residential, but they were scared about mentioning foreclosures because they didn't want people to assume that they only worked foreclosures, right? So I'm like, but in real estate, I think if you can specialize or learn something, you never stop learning when it comes to real estate, right? So, like I said, I've been a real estate agent. I've been a real estate broker. I'm an auctioneer. You know what I mean? It's like endless. Look, the possibilities are endless, right? So, but I will say, short sale, I don't think it would hurt. That's all I have to say. Any training on, y'all be asking me to do training. So y'all, I made the letter templates, right? So y'all can mail, because everybody knows that I mail. So I mail pre-foreclosures. I mail airship properties, right? I mail the people before they go to auction. Boom, just to clarify that, right? So somebody was like, can you do probate? I had like a couple people ask me about probate letters. I'm like, y'all be wanting me to come up with everything. But now I got to do probate letters, right? So I'll make a little bundle for people who want to market to probate. Yeah, it's in the works. Y'all got to let me finish something though. So underwriting for short sale can drag. Yeah, absolutely. Like no matter what's going on with the economy, you have to stay focused. Absolutely. And people are like, is it a good time to buy a house? People ask that all the time. It's always a good time to buy a house if you know what you're doing, right? If you buy smart. For me personally, right? I'm not paying full price for a house right now. I don't pay full price for a house ever, honestly. But that's me because I look at properties as investments, right? I'm not attached. I'm going to be attached to my beach house though. But anything beside, well, we'll see. Look, my mind is always all over the place. I look at properties as investment properties. Like even when I talk to my clients and they're like, I don't look at properties like, oh my gosh, it's got this nice walk-in closet. It's got granite countertops. Because I know I can do all of that, right? That's not how I look at property. I'm looking at a house as an investment, right? So I'm not overpaying, right? I don't care if Jesus, Mary, and Joseph grew up in the house, right? I'm not going to overpay for that house. It's because that's not how I look at buying real estate. It's an investment, right? So I'm the one who's going to buy the ugly house on the block, not the one that's going to buy the biggest, prettiest, most expensive. That's not me, right? But I get everybody is not like that. But I think people should have, when people were waiving appraisals, you guys, when I even heard the concept that people were waiving appraisals, keep in mind, I got licensed in 2006. I saw the whole crash, right? So when 2021, 2022 came, I'm on the investment side, right? I do auctions. I work on the investment side. It's rare I'm on the residential side, but I'm hearing, of course, all these bids, 40 and 50, offers on a property. And then I heard people were waiving appraisals. And to me, honestly, you guys, I was like, what do you mean they waiving appraisals? I called my lender, right? My lender that I use. And I was like, what do you mean people are waiving appraisals? And he was like, Ashley, people are I'm like, isn't that how is that even possible, right? Because in my mind, I'm thinking no bank is going to fund somebody if the appraisal is waived. And then I realized people were waiving it and then paying over. And that's when I was like, oh, okay. Says the person who lived through 2006, 7, and 8. So when I'm seeing agents posting that people are paying $100,000 over ask price, I'm like, are we asking for another crash? Like, I'm like, did we not learn anything from the... And people were like, well, maybe this is just good. This is our time. This is what the market needs. And I'm like, no, you guys, what goes up must come down. Like, this can't last, right? You don't drain your bank account to buy a house, right? You don't, that's just not how you buy a house, right? It's not a shirt that you can take back to Target, right? You don't empty your whole bank account and your 401k to buy a house, right? And my clients knew that. Like, I mean, I very seldom work on the residential market, but I had a couple of clients that were referred, and I'm like, we're not waiving an appraisal. I'll give up my whole commission to get you the house, but you're not going to waive an appraisal. And they were like, okay. I'm like, and they knew that. I'm like, you can go find another agent. I'm not going to let you, you're not going to call me next year when you're upside down on your property, right? That's why appraisals are put in place, you guys. But no shade. If you waived your appraisal, that's all right. Don't worry about it. You just hold on to that house. You know what I'm saying? And do that and pay it off, right? And build your savings account back up. My point is, I don't look at properties like, oh my gosh, I'm in love. This is it's not that. I'm looking at numbers, right? I'm trying to make sure the numbers make sense. I got some equity. I'm looking at it as like, okay, what can I do to put some more equity in this house? Like, I don't want the house that's already perfect and at the top of the market because I don't have any room to do anything to it. I'll buy the house that I need to paint the cabinets. I need to, you know what I mean? But that's me, right? I've been in real estate 18 years. So, you know, it's just a different kind of mindset. My point was that I took the scenic route to get to is you can buy a property in any market, right? Interest rates are 8%, but I bet you if you got a foreclosure or a short sale for $80,000 off a market price, you're going to be like, yes, yes, with that 8%, but I got the price, you know, it was cheap enough. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I just took the long route to get there. I hope y'all got the point. Okay. REO properties, nothing go wait. Yep. Oh, I do have a couple of trolls. I see you. Okay, hold on. Okay, keep going. I do property preservation, and that is part of my services. See, I love that. We're gonna have to get Malia, what are the requirements to become an REO agent? I'm not sure, you guys, but I would say go on the site, all of them, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, HUD, Home Store, all that. You guys, they have like an agent portal, right? And see what the requirements are. Just see what they are. You know what I mean? Ask. If you don't understand, shoot an email. I'm good for sending an email and being like, what do I do? So do that. But I'm not sure, but I think it's like an application and not like a job application, but you know what I mean? Let them know you're interested, and I'm not sure. I don't even want to make up anything because I'm not sure. But go on there and see. They have like REO vendor, agent portal, and if you don't see it, send an email and be like, I'm interested. Okay? Okay. Thank you guys. I try to give. Hey, thank you. You know, I'm catching all these. Anyone interested buying or selling, no problem. Don't speak on Jesus. I'm sorry, you guys. I was not trying to be. Y'all know I love God. You guys, for real. I do. I'm not paying full price for anything these days. Properties are investments, and you must get the lowest price possible. I would not pay full price, right? Real estate appraiser. I will not. Yep. Waive an appraisal. Gotcha. Hey, do you find your contractors? They can be scammers. Y'all, that's the hardest thing, is to find a good contractor, you guys. Honestly, that is the hardest thing to do, is find a good contractor. You guys, I'm catching up on these comments, so I'm just trying to Okay, so I think we're good now. A contractor. So I bought my first house when I was 21, right? It was a flip. That's when Flip That House was so popular, you guys. That's when, like, y'all probably don't remember because I'm probably older than everybody. Like Armando and all those people were on Flip That House and Fixer Upper. It was huge. So that's when I got into real estate because I wanted to flip houses, right? And contractors, that was the hardest thing to find, right? So what I was going to say is, I know some people go to Home Depot, some people do like references, some people refer, you know what I mean? I got my one good contractor and I'm like, I'm not letting him loose, right? You find one and you just hold on to it, right? I know people do say Home Depot, a lot of, that's typical, that's where, hold on, you guys. Gosh, there's so many people on here tonight, right? So that's where most people go. And like when I was starting out, you guys, I was 21 and I'm just nice, right? I'm thinking if I'm nice to the contractor, they're going to work super hard for me. That's not how it works. They're working on my house, right? Working on the house. I go buy them pizza, right? I go buy them pizza. Bring the pizza. I'm thinking, in my mind, I'm like, they're going to eat lunch at the house and then get back to work, right? That's what I was thinking. So I bring them pizza. Y'all, they take the pizza and leave and go home. I was like, I wasn't buying lunch for your family. I was trying to buy lunch so you could stay here and work and not leave, right? So I'm like, hold on, you guys. Okay, I'm here. So I would just say it's challenging to find a good contractor. But Home Depot, or maybe a referral, you guys, maybe a referral. That's what all I would say. But it's challenging. Everybody goes through that. Everybody goes through that when it comes to finding a contractor. So what is your mentorship? Can you talk about that? So Danita's on here. And I'm going to be honest, and I keep saying this about the mentorship. I teach you how to become like a foreclosure master, is what I would say, in your market. I just teach you what I do in my market, right? I teach you all of my marketing methods. I teach you how to, of course, everybody knows that I mail, but there's other methods that I use as well as mailing, right? What else do I want to say about that? I give you scripts on how to talk to homeowners. Y'all, we are in full effect tonight for sure. I guess because I'm on here so long. But I teach, and it just throws me off, but I'm back again. So I give you scripts, right? I teach you when a homeowner calls you, what you do, what you say, right? We analyze properties. We meet every Wednesday and all that. You guys. I know y'all are seeing this, you guys. I know y'all are seeing this. So, hold on, you guys. So that's what the mentorship. And a lot of the people, happy birthday, a lot of the people went to the auction and the auction was just too expensive. I'm trying to come back. The auction was too expensive. That was Zandria out of Atlanta, because she said the Atlanta auctions are ridiculous, right? So I said, well, why don't you, I know you're right. Why don't you think about going directly to the source, talking to the homeowner, so you don't have all that competition at the auction, right? And so that's when she, right, you guys, that's when she joined the mentorship and started, mailing and reaching out to homeowners in foreclosure. And you guys, she's a nurse. She was a nurse. I've had a bunch of nurses in my mentorship, right? And she got so many callbacks just from being a nurse, right? And that's, when you send letters, you introduce yourself. And she would say, I'm a nurse. I've been a nurse for this many years. And she was reaching out to help people in foreclosure. And people would always call her back. So don't think that you have to be like a real estate agent or a real estate investor to do it. And it's just a way. So you know, it's always nice when they want to sell and then you're that first person that they reach out to. I've gotten tons of deals from people in foreclosure, right, that needed to sell before their auction. And so it's kind of makes you that front person that they go to before they sell, right? Or before they go into foreclosure. So, okay, you guys, hold on. You guys, I don't know. Like tonight, I don't know, because the Super Bowl and all that kind of stuff. So I'm trying, hold on. Okay, I think I got down. Okay, yes. You guys, you know, if you're on here, you're like, golly, they're in full effect tonight. Maybe because everybody's online right now. So, and I've already talked an hour. Y'all, I can talk. So, yes, so I think I got everybody, you guys. All the trolls, I think I got them. We'll see. But that was the mentorship. But what I was going to say about it is, I don't know how much longer I'm going to do the mentorship, because my schedule just won't allow it, you guys. My schedule won't allow it. So I think the cutoff will probably be at the end of this month, because my ideal cutoff would be second quarter, right? And we go for like 6 weeks. So I got to schedule it 6 weeks out from April 1st, right? So I think that puts me somewhere at the end of February. So, but we'll see. Now, probably if I don't do the mentorship, I'll do something in place of that. Maybe I'll make a course or something like that that teaches you. I'm not just going to leave you hanging, right? So all the links are down below. All of them are down below. So you guys, I've been talking for 66 minutes. Okay. Okay. So I had some questions that I was going to answer, but y'all had questions already. Which reminds me, you know, I have 3 recommendations. Everybody already knows what the recommendations are. My dog Rex knows what they are. D Young knows what they are. My recommendation for real estate movies that I love. Everybody knows I'm obsessed with the last housing market crash. So The Big Short. I love The Big Short. Everybody's seen The Big Short. 99 Homes. That's another really good movie. And The Inside Job. And The Inside. I love all 3 of those. We'll see. We will see, you guys, when it comes to the mentorship. We will see. Nothing is set in stone. We will see. But that is kind of what I am thinking. Okay. So, yes, 99 Homes, lots of profanity in it. So don't watch it around your kids. 99 Homes, The Big Short, and The Inside Job, a really good documentary on what happened with the last housing crash, if you are in that. Yeah, I'm trying to watch and see. So, but thank you, Danita, for putting that up. So I like those. If you watch them, let me know. And I always love to hear that from you. You guys, I'm trying to talk, think, focus. You know, I get distracted so easily, but I'm trying to, you know, moderate and all that kind of stuff. What else? I had a couple of questions. Y'all got some questions? I was going to kind of hit on some of the most popular questions that I get, but I already been talking for 66 minutes, you guys. And I know it's like 10 o'clock on the East Coast. So maybe I should just kind of wrap it up right here. You know what I mean? But all the links, all the links are down below, you guys. You know, I got to take Gabby to school in the morning, right? I can't be on here on this telethon with y'all all night long. Okay. I just can't do it. Which one is about ripping off the bank? That was a wild movie. 99 Homes, right? Or Inside. Look, all of them. Well, not ripping off the bank. The bank was like ripping off people. Maybe 99 Homes. That was, he was kind of, maybe 99 Homes. Yeah. So, but anyway, all of them are good. I love all of them. 99 Homes is on Amazon Prime right now for free if you want to watch that. But yeah, check those out. You guys, y'all know where to find me. I am Your Agent Ashley everywhere. Instagram, Your Agent Ashley. YouTube, Your Agent Ashley. If you want to, can I shout you out? Y'all see he went, I don't know. Moran Sand. You guys, I get so distracted. YouTube, Your Agent Ashley. And if you want to email me, youragentashley@gmail. The one where he taught the guy how to do it. I was like, y'all don't start this. We ain't doing no shout out. You guys, I can't do it. So 99 homes. 99 homes. That's the one you're talking about, where he taught the guy how to do it. Yes. 99 homes. That's the one you're talking about. Check that one out. It's a lot of profanity. You guys, I cannot with all this. So I'm going to get off of here, you guys. So I'm going to get off of here. All my links are down below. Join the Property Pulse newsletter. I put it out. I let you know when I'm coming on here. I post auctions. If you follow me on Instagram, y'all check my stories. My stories, I put everything in my stories, right? Yeah, Your Agent Ashley on everything. I can't, you guys. Okay, you guys, look, the code for, hold on, you guys, because I know y'all see it too. The code for the auction accelerator is thank you if you want that. The letter bundles, where I give you like 30 letter templates that you can craft and send to people. I also just updated the video. So if you have the letter bundle, I put a new video with it just to kind of explain to you the materials, what I do, my letter, all that kind of stuff. It's down below. So click on that if you want to start mailing to people. I give you some examples, like 30 examples that you can craft. Mentorship link is down there. You can still absolutely join if you want to join. I'll be back next Sunday, you guys. I'll be back next Sunday. Maybe I'll try to moderate. Y'all subscribe. Look, subscribe, because there's an option when I go live that only people who are subscribed can comment. So subscribe. So then maybe I can moderate some of these. You know, the bigger we get, the more people start coming on the lives. So, my dog Rex, really, we are supposed to get a little more snow, I think, here. But I know in Florida, I don't want to talk about it. Don't worry. Like I always say, don't worry. Y'all going to come on here and the waves are going to be crashing in the background, right? And I'm going to say, you guys, I got my beach house. $37.19. You can do it too. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say. We can all be living on the beach. That's the plan. So, yes, when they had no... You guys, look, see, this is how I keep going. Y'all remember they were called ninja loans. Do y'all remember that? Ninja. No income, no job, no assets. That's how they were approving people back in 2008. You guys, I don't think it's as loose as it is now. It's probably still a little loose though. But we'll see. We will see what happens, you guys. I hope y'all learned. If you have questions, reach out to me. I'll try to respond to your questions. If not, I will be back next Sunday. Same time, 8 o'clock, right here. So, okay, you guys, that's all I got. I hope y'all have a good week. Have a good week. That's all I got. I'm going to hang up. Look, like we're on the phone. I'm going to hang up now, you guys. I'm hanging up the live, okay? Let's all hang up on 3. Okay, you ready? 1, 2. See you Sunday. 1, 2. See, I get distracted because you're welcome, Black Butterfly. Okay, adios, you guys.